Hi, hello, this is JilliBling. Today's project is all about this stamp set, Inspirational Sketches. And I love it. Haven't used it in a while, but today is the day. So I love each of the images, and the words are great, the font is great. And then I'm also using timeless arrangements mostly for the words, and also wonderful thoughts mostly for the words. And dies, I will be using timeless arrangements for the word label, deckled rectangles for this rectangle right here, and something fancy for this word cutout, label cutout, you know. So, you ready to see the samples? So this is the first one. Trying to keep it a little bit easy. The bird is adorable. I love these papers together. And then just a little bit on the inside. So that was the first one. Very easy. Then next was the flowers. Oh, I love the flowers. Flowers on the inside. Then, okay, this one is my favorite. And I think the reason I bought it was the mushrooms. Well, I like the flowers. Well, okay, the bird, I like it all. But the mushrooms, I don't know what it is. I've been seeing mushrooms in all the shops lately. And I love them. Thank you for being my friend. So I want to do another one with mushrooms on a different color. So I'm thinking the blue, just because, you know, if you Google anything, where is it? Well, look at that. Blue mushrooms. Who would have thunk? And I don't know if I could go back. But the red mushrooms were really cute too. And I was thinking about doing those, which was my first thought when I first saw the mushroom stamp. But, and I did look up these light green mushrooms, but I love how that one came out. So let's see how it comes out with blue mushrooms today using these colors. Okay, so I'll keep this one nearby. So here we go. And I will tell you the paper cut sizes, and then I'll hold up this with the sample so you could take a screenshot in just a minute. So I want to use this ribbon. Do you see how I wrapped around a little bit of light green ribbon? I want to do that with today's project. Pebbled Path. It's my answer to everything. Let's hope that's the right amount. And then the words. The words is just scrap paper. But I want to do the You Are So Kind in Memento. That didn't turn out good. A little bit weak over there. Other side. Magic paper. What's going on with that? Ooh, there we go. That's better. Okay, so then I will use this die and cut it out. Got that. We're done with the scratch paper. And then embossing folder. Did you notice that this one was embossed with the fern embossing folder? Right here. I don't know if you could tell what that looks like. Fern. And this one used fern right up and through there. And then this one used ruffle. And you know you see very little of it. Oh, this one I have on with dimensionals. So, the embossing folder isn't all, you probably could use any embossing folder you'd like. But I want to use the ruffles, because I already have two with fern. So I'll take this paper, put it in here. Oh, and this paper, the size is, you need two of them, 5 1/4 by 4. So that's for there. Oh, and then this set is in the mini catalog on page 65. Isn't that cute? Look at their samples. Simple bird, and then look at all these mushrooms. And they didn't color them as solidly as I did. which is probably easier. Okay, so base paper is 5.5 by 8.5. Okay, and then this will just get attached. I could do that now. Liquid glue, just because there's texture on it, and when there's texture, it's a little bit challenging to use your Stampin' seal. It will work. Stampin' seal is good stuff. Okay, let's get into some other pieces here. So for the inside is 5.25 by 4. The inside white, I forgot to get. Okay, inside white is 5 by 3 3/4. Then these pieces are for the focal. So see how there's an espresso? And then this piece I die cut. So these sizes are 3 3/4, both of them are 3 3/4 by 2.5. And I will use this die to cut out this piece. That just gets layered on there. And then we have two other little groupings, a solid piece and a designer paper. This long one is the solid 5 by 2, and the designer paper is 4 3/4 by 1 3/4. This small piece is, the solid is 3 5/8 by 2 1/8, and the designer paper is 3.5 by 1 7/8. So I'll stick those together, but since I'm thinking about it, these are, and I'll put all these on my blog. Tomorrow I will work on that. So do your screenshot. And all of the samples use the same size papers. Okay, so since this is working out pretty good. Oh, and this paper is the Roses free paper. We all love free, right? But look how pretty that is. And then trying to find another piece of Pebbled Path. Oh, more Roses paper. That's convenient. I love this year's free papers. Usually they're okay, but I get tired of them. But this year I'm dreading Celebration. Celebration is ending at the end of the month. I'm dreading it ending just because I love these papers. Okay, so I think we're done here for now. And let me see how this ties around. Oop, it's too small. Okay, learning lesson. If ever you do something and it's too small, take something that's smaller. You're like, that's a lot smaller. And tie it around. And I'm making a knot. So make your knot. It's kind of fraying. I might have to get a different piece. Oh, it's gonna work fine. Because I don't want much tails hanging off. Okay, so there's my knot. Then you're like, well, that's not gonna fit. I know it's not gonna fit. But I'll cut it right here in the middle. And I'll wrap these pieces around. But I'm gonna get tear tape because I want it to be good and strong. I had to decide where to put it first. I'm thinking, I'll do that in just a minute. At the end, I'll attach that. So this one, I love the layout of it. So I'll put this here. I'm thinking it's going to go right up so that the knot is right about here. And then this one here, and this one in the middle. That looks nice. And the mushrooms. Okay, so I want the knot right about here. Oh, so the knot's going to be a little off to the side. But I think that's going to be okay because if it doesn't wrap all the way around, this will cover it. Boy, I'm kind of skimping here. hair tape. It's good and strong. Put it right here. And I really don't think it's going to wrap all the way around, but just in case. So I'm thinking any of these images, there's the 3 images, the bird, the flowers, and the mushroom, can go on any of the combinations of colors. Okay, so I'm going to want it over here. Ooh, that side, that knot looks better. Can I do that? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. So I'll put it right here. Wrap that around, all those little frayed edges. Probably should have just got another piece of ribbon. Obviously, this part right here is not going to fit around. So, tear tape. So now it's going to have to cover right there. I can make it happen. I could do it. Okay. I know, some of you are probably like, just get another piece of ribbon. No, I'm going to be the winner. I will win. I will get it. So this is going to go. See, it's just going to work fine. Just fine. Okay. And in the meantime, plenty of glue to lock that thing in place. Ribbon, you just stay there. Yeah. Okay, so that's going to go right here. I'm looking at the top to be equal to the bottom. That's equal to the side. Okay, now I have to cover up this thing. And then what about that? I want to stamp the mushrooms. Okay. Mushrooms it is. Mushrooms in Memento. Memento. I'm going to stamp it up just a little bit high so there's room for the words. Good. Probably should stamp the inside too, but that's okay. Okay, so this is going to go, let me check the spacing. There. Here. Isn't that nice? I love these colors. You know, I was trying so hard not to do everything in blue. And a few of you have said to me, it's okay if you do things in blue. And I admit, the past probably 5 projects, everything's been in blue. This one isn't. But those are, isn't that pretty? That one is. Yeah. Okay, so I have a mushroom already colored, but if you're like, wait a minute, we want to see, I'm going to color the inside just the same. Okay, are you ready? How's this look? That's good. But you know, I put a hint, I'll hold it up close. I put 3 colors of blue on there. I did Starry Sky right along here, and then I did Boho. But looking at it, I think it might need a little bit more Starry Sky. Well, maybe just a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Okay, I love this. It's kind of monochromatic, neutral, and blue. Right up my alley. So next on my list is lavender. It's been on back order for so long, and they say soon it will be off back order, I think next week. So, lavender is next. Okay, so if that goes there, this is going to go here. Let me just check the, see, I kind of like how that stair stepped a little. That will be easy to put on. So with that, this is like right at the top of my messed up ribbon. Don't tell anyone. Well, if I cover it up, no one will know. Definitely glue on there. Yeah. Okay, back on task. Okay, can I remember? So let's go right up here. This one I have it in a little bit, but I think it should equal that. Okay, not exactly. Okay, stick. Okay, and then this one, go right here, little stair step. And they're all getting glued down, even though the thickness of the paper is kind of making them different heights. But I think it'll be okay. Look at that. Isn't that just pretty? I still kind of want to do the red mushrooms though. This could go on with dimensionals. Host code. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you want to order anything, I'd love it if you could use my online store, which is JilliStampinup.net, or if you go to my blog, JilliBling.com, there's a button that's called Shop. And if you can, use that host code. And I'll put it in the description. So celebration is almost over. We have until the end of the month. Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, these need trimming, but I kind of think they should just stick, get stuck together. Okay, and I'm not putting any, like on some of these others, I put the new foil gems on here. And this one I put pearls on. This one I just put the ribbon. So I'm thinking of just leaving it plain because I don't know that mushrooms really want bling. They should, but I don't think they do. Okay, I'm gonna try to trim those. How sharp are my scissors? My little snips. New ones. I'm listening to Bo. He's having like nightmares, dogmares. He seems to have them more than any dog we've ever had. Can you hear him? I feel like waking him up because it's too traumatic for him. Okay, so on this one, I kind of like that bow up there. This one, I put the words at the bottom. I like this down here. So how about words? You are so kind, and that came from Timeless Arrangement. Look at all these words. You are so kind. I really appreciate you. That's nice. You are the best. Oh, here. Hope your day is filled with every... Oh, let's do that one. Oh, look at these. Are those kind of mushroom? Okay, I have a plan. So on the inside, hope your day... You are so kind. Hope your day is filled with everything good. Those kind of sound like my words. Oh, look how delicate that is. I'm running out of room. And is it straight or is it crooked? A little bit crooked. Okay, I'll take the best. The best out of the two of them. That's good. And where's that mushroom? The mushroom could go right down here. Another one. So we could color. Cute. And then all those little rings, those could go in Let's see, Orchid Oasis. Orchid Oasis is an interesting color. It kind of looks purple, but then it looks blue at the same time. Kind of thinking, what am I doing here? It's a little crazy. And then in Pebbled Path. I got ink on the corner. Pebbled Path. I had to find my big stamp pad. Oh, that's cute. It's kind of delicate. Okay, I think once it gets colored in, it won't be so busy. That's the plan, at least. Okay, so to color it in, I have colors ready to roll. You like all those colors for coloring one mushroom bunch? Yeah. So for the rim of the mushroom is going to be Starry Skylight. I'd like to do 2 layers, if possible. Okay. You know that picture of the red mushrooms that I pulled up on Google? If you use the pearlized enamel effects, and it comes in red, black, and white, you could do the little dots and they would be raised like little pearls in the white. Oh, or you could do like a cream colored mushroom or a white mushroom, then do red dots. I don't know if Mother Nature makes mushrooms like that. So for Tony's birthday, he wanted to go to this nice restaurant, Black Wolf Supper Club, and the food was great, really good. Okay, hold on. So, oh, I hope I don't have a smudge on it. So the meal that I ordered, it said it had mushrooms in it, and I don't love mushrooms, but I don't dislike them. I probably like them more than I don't like them. Okay, if it's, I love it, it's 100%, and if there's no way I'll eat that, which is 0%, I'm at more of a 75. Anyhow, so the meal came, and it had mushrooms in it. And I looked at those things, and I'm like, well, that's kind of like a stringy, long, dark colored mushroom. It's like I don't even recognize it. So I asked the waitress, I said, so what kind of mushrooms are these? Just wondering. And she told me, and she said that they're locally sourced. And of course, I was almost done with my dinner. And then I started thinking, how do you know? And I know that people, like, there's books on mushrooms, and feel free to comment. Like, even my kids, they go out and they get mushrooms. I'm like, how do you know? Because if you get one and it's not what you think it is, and can you really tell what kind of mushroom it is? They're like, oh yeah, we've got this book. You could just look it up. And I'm like, but how do you know? Because if there's a book and it's got thousands of pages, and they're like, oh, we know. And they've eaten them. I mean, they've gone out mushroom hunting. I'm like, I don't know about that. And not at all did I feel sick or anything, but I don't know. Anyhow, I probably wouldn't eat a blue mushroom or my seafoam green mushroom or a red dotted mushroom. But I guess if a restaurant put it in front of me, I would trust them. But I don't know. I'm trying to remember. There's one that Evan saw when he was out hunting or something. And he told Emma, and I think it grows on a tree. And she came, and this is when she was still in the Bremerton, Seattle area. She came just to go out mushroom hunting with him. And then you have to put it in, they would put it in a, like a cardboard flat from Costco. Like, oh no, you can't put it in a bag, it has to breathe. I'm like, oh, okay. Then in my head, I'm thinking, well, what about all those little spores? I mean, if that's a poisonous one, you're sitting there breathing it. Like Emma's whole trip home. And then Evan, he dehydrates them, and then he chops them up and he puts them in food. I'm like, what if you guys are going to be getting all sick? They never have. Not once, but I don't know. I'm skeptical mom. So that's all I have to say about mushrooms. Other than them being like in little gift stores, mushrooms is a thing right now. I'm good with them being good for decor. Aren't these turning out pretty? Okay, so for the stems, which is next, I'm going to use 4 colors. You're like, that's crazy. These little circles down here, I'm thinking it would have been better just in Pebble Path only. It's a little distracting so far. Not enough to do it over, but okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Excuse me. So for the stems, I'm going to start with Pebble Path Dark. And these ones that are back behind, I'm going to do this whole area back behind Pebble Path Dark. Maybe a little bit through here. And maybe this one. Kind of like every other one, just because I want to use lighter colors so the other ones show up. I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. Like this stem here, I'm going to have it in a lighter color. Because if I did it all in Pebbled Path, it would be a blob at the bottom. Pebbled Path. Let's see which one is big. This one here, it can be Pebble Path Dark way up there to the top. Just because it's like a thick stalk. Be a little bit right up here. So this weekend is beautiful weather. I think tomorrow, before I start on lavender, I might go out and do some planting or something. Okay, so, and I keep thinking, is this, I think that might be for this one here. Well, it is now. Okay, Pebble Path Dark. Now, Pebble Path Light, and then I'm going to do Granite. And I'm going to do the underside of the mushroom caps in Granite. So this is just going to be blended a little bit, and then a continuation. This one can have a little bit of, I just want to make sure it stands out from the other Pebble Path. I'm just guessing, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, granite. Granite dark is going to go up in the lowest point and then leaving a little bit for granite light. Oh, that's all the same. And I'll take pictures and I'll put them on my blog. And I'll make sure to take close-up pictures. So if you're trying to do this, you're like, how far up did you color? And I'm just winging it. I don't know. And I'm going to leave these little, okay, y'all mushroom people. What are these? Ooh, that means it's late. What are these, like the shoulders, the little midpoint, the little fringe on the mushroom called? That thing. I'm going to try to leave that white. Okay, and lastly is granite light, and that's going to go all the way to the top and the underside of the cap. Then a little bit there, trying to leave that white. And you know, I was going to do the underside of the mushrooms in pebbled, but because that's so dark, you would lose all the detail. Don't want to do that. So in the comments, let me know which image you like best. Because I keep thinking about the bird. It's like, I could color that bird better somehow. And color the flowers. It's like, oh, I could do that better. But what image do you like best? Okay, so that is colored. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so it gets stuck down. I like those words too. You know, when you put a refill in, it runs so much smoother. This one's getting to the end. Okay. I love it. But I'm in the blue mood. Okay, so that is it for today's project. Yay! And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. I'd appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.